Hey guys, we are back here, World of Warcraft, Rough Classic. We talk about the new rankings, DPS rankings for this week. We got here some numbers from wowhead. So I also will link the article in the video description. But I want to go right over to Warcraft Logs directly and want to go here over it with you. Is it getting... Okay, so... Yeah, in my opinion, we have a new top DPS. Why? Because definitely, as you can see here, over the range of 1 week only, but it's important in that case because we had some changes to parses and 95 percentile damage to bosses, not damage overall. If you are speed running, then definitely damage overall is maybe even more important than damage to bosses. But today I want to talk more about damage to bosses because I think that's a little bit more important than the damage overall. Let me see if this is here changing something. 2 weeks. No, not that much. Maybe that will get updated. And maybe also here still counting the inflation of POGGERS into it, so yeah, I'm not sure about it, but definitely we talk about damage to bosses. Like I said, I guess that's the more important thing for, I don't know, 95% of all guilds, 90%. Very less guilds are really into speedrunning, especially now in Ulduar. Naxx was a little bit different, but yeah, for sure there are some guilds speedrunning. But okay, let us look over it. As you can see, a new top guy on the top, Assassination Rogue, is now first place. Fire Mage definitely lost here some places. Like I said, Hodir inflation is now gone because Hodir is not counting anymore to parses. Affliction Warlock still second place, but completely tied, as you can see. Let me see, 87.5. Yeah, tied to Unholy Decay. So boss fights getting shorter. Some good boss fights, like also the Hodir fight was also good for Affliction Warlock, are not counting anymore, and that's causing all this here. Let us go over it. We had here Affliction Warlock on first place. I think I would now put their Assassination Rogue because, like I said, it's more important for most of the guilds. And yeah, these are the very clear S tier classes, 3 of them, or S tier specs, sorry. And then when we go here over it, we have a Fire Mage. We have Fire Mage, Combat Rogue, and Frosty K also kind of completely tied with only little steps between. Maybe we can also count the Enhancement Shaman still into it, so that's what we are doing. Fire Mage, you see Fire Mage, yeah, Combat Rogue, Frosty K, and then should be Demo Warlock and Enhancement Shaman. Is not anymore here, and then we make here the next step. Maybe you could make also the step here before Enhancement Shaman, but it's always the question where you want to do it, so I do it here because, as you can see here, we have another 4 or 5 specs completely close together, and that would be Shadow Priest is still where it belongs, Survival Hunter, nothing changed, Arcane Mage, I think lost their place, but only because, no, Destruction Warlock, no, lost here places, and then is also the Elemental Shaman. Everything kind of the same. Maybe Balance Druid seems like lost here also a place, is now last of the B tier. You could even put it only in the top of the C tier. Let us go super quick to damage overall to see. Yeah, it seems like that was the case, that this also changed a lot for Balance Druid. A very nice fight for Hodir also benefited them, and now it's back like this. And then we have, yeah, Feral Druid has a big space between Feral Druid and then Fury Warrior, so I think I would go now for this, and then Fury Warrior, Retribution Paladin, Marksman Hunter in that yeah, and then are we coming to the specs that you just don't play. You know, Sub Rogue has a good thing for Algalon. but that's all, to be honest. Makes no sense to play it. Furiorian arms are... Furiori is not good, but it's a big difference to arms, so definitely no need to play arms here. Besides, you would have no combat rogue to get a buff, but you should have a combat rogue in your raid. And yeah, Frost makes no sense, Beastmaster Hunter makes no sense. You have minimum a good Hunter spec, as you can see it here. And yeah, Marksman is also better, and Frost Mage, I don't have to talk about it. Very nice Fire Mage and Arcane Mage. So overall, we had some changes. The classes definitely lost some ranks that were very benefiting from the Hodir fight. In that case would be Affliction Warlock, Fire Mage, and Balance Druid. Lost some of their power in parses, so that's why we have a little bit of a new tier list. For sure it's not completely different. Also I have to say, nothing crazy is here changing anymore, so the meta is settled. Parsing changes can do something here, and for sure shorter fights are always benefiting classes with a lot of burst, like for example still the Unholy DK with the Gargoyle as an example. Better gear, the classes that the specs or classes that better scale, like for example Combat Rogue has a very nice scaling, things like this. Overall was an interesting week with the changes to Thorim. Not a real change, but that some of the parses get invalidated if you get the buff from the mind control, and then the parsing change to Hodir that is not counting anymore to the parses. I think that was a very good change. So this is how the meta is. I think the meta will not change anymore now frequently, or they will not change anymore now, because like I said, everything is so far done. Changes between the tiers can definitely happen. There is no discussion about that. Feral Druid made here definitely also a good jump here. So maybe they're also benefiting from the gear. I'm not sure about this. I have too less knowledge about Feral Druid. And yeah, that's it for this week. As you can see also here again, overall damage. Sure, here still Affliction Warlock. I guess he is counting still Hoti into it. I don't think that's good, but I'm not 100% sure about it. And this is overall, so not 95%, so that's overall. Also here you can see kind of the same picture. Just Fire Mage is here also losing definitely some ranks. Balance Druid is losing here some ranks, and yeah, that's it. So we have a pretty clear S tier, very good A and B tier, and the other specs are the rest of the best. That's it for today, guys. That's it for the weeks, for the rankings. Toure is starting the new rating week, NNA tomorrow in Europe. Good luck for Ulduar. Good luck for parses and for items. And that's it from my side. Like and subscribe. See you. Bye bye.